Hello everyone, this is Mr. Avila continuing with our part 3 of this benchmark review. Here's another question that you might be seeing on our benchmark. The polynomial p is a function of x. The graph of p has zeros at -3, -3/4, 0, and 4. Select all expressions that can represent p. So I want to remind you that if we have, if we know the zeros or the x-intercepts, we learned that in class, you could find the factors that make the factored form pretty easily as long as you figure out what numbers make that equal to 0. So for example, if I'm looking at this factor of -3 and I want to create that 0 of -3 and I want to create the factor that'll give me that as a solution, I would just write x plus 3. Simply the opposite of the number that's there. Moving on to the -3/4, well, that would simply be x is equal to the opposite of -3/4, or x minus 3/4. For the 0 one, we'll leave that for last. For the 4, we're going to do the opposite of 4, so that would be x minus 4. So again, here the -3 plus 3 would give me a 0. That would give an x-intercept. 3/4 minus 3/4. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake there. It would be plus 3/4 there, because -3/4 plus 3/4 will give me 0. And then 4 minus 4 would give me 0. The other one would be, so we did those three. The other one would be if we had a 0, what other factor would we need? Well, we would just put an x in the front. As if I put in a 0 for x, and that makes that factor equal to 0, and the whole thing becomes 0, and it is also an x-intercept. So in what I wrote up here, I have 4 factors. I have x plus 3 from the -3. The x plus 3/4 from the -3/4, and the x minus 4 from the 4, and then the x over here in the front from this 0. So we created it. Now let's see if we can figure out which one of these might actually match up. Notice that all of them have a constant in the front, -2, 2, -3. Those don't affect the actual value of the 0. We just want to focus on this x. Now all of them seem to have x, so from that, all of them are possibilities. We look for which ones have x plus 3. Looks like all of them except for D have an x plus 3. So D, we could at least eliminate it and say that's not going to be one of them. We have an x plus 3/4 down here at the bottom. The other ones don't, but we're going to have to be careful here because this one has a 4 and a 3, and this one has a 4 and a 3. They might possibly be these 3/4, and I'll tell you how those work in just a second. The 3x plus 2 doesn't have a 3/4 in it, so that a 3 and a 4, and so that probably will not, that actually will not be it either. So we at least eliminated a couple of answers, and we have an x minus 4, and all the rest have x minus 4. So all of them might be it. Now, looks like this one, E, matches up with the one that we wrote, so for sure E we're going to be selecting. Now we have to figure out between A and B, which one might work. So we're going to actually solve this part, the 4x plus 3. We're going to set it equal to 0 to see if that gives me that -3/4. Subtract 3 from both sides. We end up with 4x is equal to -3. And x is equal to -3/4. When we divide both sides by 4 here. And we get -3/4. So this one actually works as well, because when I solve for x, I actually get the -3/4, which was one of the zeros. So I'm going to go ahead and actually select A as well. Let's check the 3x minus 4, see if that one works out. So 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. We want to find the value of x that makes this equal to 0. And if it is -3/4, then it also will be a solution. We add 4 to both sides, and we get 3x equal to 4. Divide by 3 on both sides, and we get x equal to 4/3. So although that is close, 4/3 is not the same as -3/4, so that will not work. B will not work, so the answers we'll be selecting in this case will be A and E. Thanks for following along on part 3 of these videos. Remember, the great thing about a video is if you didn't understand the first time, maybe you can watch it again, see if you understand it a little bit better, or if not, you could pick a part in the video and ask a question. Thanks, everyone. Good luck studying. Pause and stop recording. Bye.